Indian economy, what is India Inc. really doing to fight the coronavirus. And SBI has really been the first Indian bank to announce an additional ad hoc credit line. So let's try and understand a little bit more about that. Joining us right now, Mr. PK Gupta, the MD at SBI, joining in on the phone line. Mr. Gupta, morning. Good to have you on the show. It's a novel scheme which you guys have proposed. Could you tell us a little bit about what exactly is going to be the primary objective of such an offering by you?
Good morning. See, as you know that many people are facing problems on account of this, and we announced this scheme last week. So under the scheme, about 10% of the working capital facilities which people enjoy would be given as an ad hoc facility for a period of 1 year. And this will be linked to a 1-year MCLR interest rate. But I think the situation has changed a little bit since then. I think what has happened is that because of the lockdowns that have been announced, I'm not sure whether the people will be able to even reach the bank branches and ask for this facility. I think right now the bigger challenge for the banks is to make available the basic services to the customers actually, getting somehow a staff to the bank branches and to be able to offer some of the services. In fact, if I can use this medium and appeal to all the customers, is that most of the banking can be done on the digital channels. It's all available on the mobile or on the internet banking. So the appeal to the customers would in fact be to use the bank branches only when it is absolutely essential actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But were you getting a lot of top-up working capital requests, or is it an idea that you incubated yourselves at SBI?
No, we had some discussions with some people who expressed difficulties. So that is how we looked at, what best can be done under the circumstances by the bank alone, actually. From what I hear is that both RBI as well as the government of India also are looking at some kind of a package. So till they announced, so we thought this is something which we could announce on our own. So we have just announced it, but I don't think that the people have had chance to apply for any facilities under this scheme so far. It was announced only on Friday night, actually.
Though, Mr. Gupta, the SME, the corporate sector, how long do you feel it's going to take for things to really get back on a stable footing? I mean, even just in your estimate, I know the situation is constantly evolving. What's the kind of pain that you expect, some of these pockets to face?
No, I'm sure that many of the sectors will face a lot of pain. As it is before this lockdown started, so some sectors like hospitality, aviation, a lot of others connected sectors were facing already a lot of downtown. But with this lockdown that has been now announced, actually, so a lot more sectors will get impacted, actually. And I think it's too early to even take a call on what will ultimately be the scenario like, actually, and how long this continues. So it's too premature, I think, to take a call on that.
Is going to be the impact, on given of the lockdown, of enhanced safety measures as well on the industry? Because over the next couple of months for the industry as well, what's the outlook, industry-wide for banking, given the kind of scenario we're dealing with currently?
As I said, that the industry will be impacted. So ultimately, there are a lot of customers who, in fact, come and, repay in the last week of the quarter also. I think so ultimately all the quarterly results of the banks would get impacted by this actually. But as I said, we need to keep looking at scenario as it develops and then take appropriate responses. As I said, the regulators, the governments, everybody is looking at the scenario. So something will probably come out of that also. And then as a bank, I think we are there ready to take appropriate responses, so whatever is required, actually.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Gupta, and for talking us through, the kind of implications as well as the scheme that you announced. Let's see how some of this plays out. We've also